Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had faith.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Oh, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 18, Gator. 54. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Bravo. 54.
Now Jones. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 25-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go. 18 Gators. I got it.
Now a handoff looking right. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Costello. That is caught by Cohen. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Got it. 59. Mike is 59. Mike's the 59. Hey, here I come.
Throwing on first down. Costello. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on first down. Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set 90 Wolf. 54. I got it. Christian travel.
Throwing on second and 14. Jones. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Switch. Let's go.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On third down, it's Lewis. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Right back to him on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. 25, check 25, check 25. 6'6", bullet high.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Down, 50, plant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got it.
Back to throw. Costello, the quick slant caught. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's fourth down.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen.
Throwing Jones. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got Lewis. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On first down, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
60 outlaw. Danny. Shift. Recon, 132 fighter. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let him know. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Pilot, 64, wing. Check 4. Hit it.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
2nd and 5. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
He's coming. Double up.
22 jet bombers.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones now to throw again. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jones now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
You got three down. Check. Good. That guy's good. Check three. Big rip.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. 70. Indy. Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Move. Three down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Tight end right. Three down. Hey, orbit.
On third down, Costello. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Check right. Shoot. Greystone, grab it.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Jones operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Looking to throw. Costello. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Set. 60 yard. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. X3. 218. Chopper. Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
Hey!
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Deep river.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The 49-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Watch 54. So don't say nothing. Fire.
Here's Jones on first down. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dexter Lawrence able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
I smell fear in that offense. Slam.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
Operating from the gun. Costello. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
6-6, pull it hard. You got nothing. 49, check 49, check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, Costello got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's gonna be a long day.
Mike, check, 59.
Hey, Sam off.
Let's go, baby.
2nd and 9 now. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Bullock good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Down. 18 Gator.
Here we go. He's coming. We got double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.